Hey everybody, in this video, we are going to talk about a simple equation that if you can solve this equation for your law firm, will differentiate you from every other lawyer in your market and will make hiring your law firm an absolute no-brainer for any prospect that you talk to. Now, what this all comes down to is it all comes down to your offer, right? Most lawyers don't even have an offer. And the problem is that most lawyers, almost all lawyers, are a commodity, right? A commodity is just like this iPhone here. I can go to AT&T, or I can go to Verizon, or I can go to Sprint, or I can go to T-Mobile, or wherever. Anyone that sells an iPhone, I can go and I can pretty much get the same iPhone, right? So the only thing they can compete over is price, right? So how do you differentiate yourself? Because if you can make an offer where price is irrelevant, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a few minutes here, then you are no longer commoditized. You have decommoditized yourself, right? So you have to remember, value is the most important thing. The only reason people will hire you for anything is because they have a result that they wish to obtain, right? They have a dream outcome that they wish to obtain, right? And value is what someone gets in return for what they pay for a product or service, right? So there's a very simple equation that I'm going to show you that if you can play with these numbers and figure out how to make this work, then what will happen is your offer that you make to your clients will go way, way, way up, and it will be way more valuable, even if it's the same price, even if it's more than your competitors, just because of the fact that you've played with these four different factors. Now, I want to show you the equation here, and then I'm going to break it down. Now, I got this from a guy named Alex Hermosi. He has a book called $100 Million Offers. It's a fantastic book if you want to learn more about offers. But I'm just going to summarize this for you right now so you don't even have to read the book, right? So value, and again, value is what everybody's going after, right? They're only hiring you for something that is worth more than their money, right? Or they're only retaining you for something that is worth more than the value of the money, right? So because people don't pay for something that they think is equal in price. They only buy things that are worth more than their perceived value of the money, right? So it's broken down like this. Value equals dream outcome. Dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement, so PLOA, divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice. Now, the more that you can focus on making these numbers up top here as high as possible and these numbers down here as low as possible, the more your value is going to go up, the value of hiring your law firm. Now, let me explain what I mean here, right? So dream outcome. The first thing you have to think about is, what is it that they actually want, right? What is their dream outcome? And the bigger the dream outcome, the more valuable it is. Consider if you're a dating expert, for example, consider the dream outcome. Compare, I'm going to get you a date compared to I'm going to find you your soulmate and I'm going to find you the love of your life, right? Those are two totally different outcomes, right? And one of them is far, far more valuable than the other, right? Now, what about perceived likelihood of achievement, right? Now, let's say you're going to say, I'm going to find you the love of your life, but you've never done it before, and you don't really have any proof of ever having done it before, right? Well, the perceived likelihood of achievement from your potential client is going to be very low, right? So now compare that to a dating expert who has helped 5,000 other people find the love of their life. And they have video testimonials and written testimonials and all kinds of case studies and things like that, right? When you have a high dream outcome and a very high perceived likelihood of achievement, that is when this becomes very, very valuable. That is why social proof, video testimonials, written testimonials, all that stuff is so, so important for your business, right? Think about this. Would you ever let a heart surgeon who has never operated on anyone before, would you let him perform open heart surgery on you? Or would you, or let's say a heart surgeon has operated on 5,000 people before you. Who would you feel more comfortable to? Who would you pay more money to, right? Would you pay twice as much to have the guy with the experience than the guy or the girl than the one that's never done it before? Well, the reason why, you've got a very high dream outcome. I want my heart to work better, but a very high or potentially very low perceived likelihood of achievement, right? And that's what you really have to understand, is that it's not just about the outcome. It's about, does your client think you can actually get them the outcome that you are promising them, right? Now, let's go to the bottom side here. So dream outcome, if you have a big dream outcome and a very high perceived likelihood of achievement, then you're starting really, really, really well. Now, the bottom here, let's talk about the bad stuff. Time delay. How long is it going to take? Now, I understand that there are certain things out of your control, but here's the good news. The good news is that the things that are out of your control are also out of your client or your competitor's control. So that should be moot right there. You can just ignore that right there and just figure out what factors can we take to make this time delay as little as possible, right? Now, if you think about this, this is one of the things that Amazon and Uber and all the big tech companies like Airbnb and all of them, they're trying to figure out, how do we reduce the time delay and then also the effort and the sacrifice required by the client? Because Amazon, if you think about this, right? Let's say I want to buy a book from Amazon, okay? Well, the outcome's pretty realistic. I want a book, right? Perceived likelihood of achievement. Well, I'm pretty sure that if I order it, I'm going to get it, right? Now, time delay. Amazon, I have Amazon Prime. It takes 2 days. I'm okay with 2 days, because before, what I used to have to do is used to have to go in the car, drive to the bookstore. I used to have to walk around and try to find the book. Maybe they didn't even have the book. Then I had to go pay for the book. Then I had to drive home, right? There's a lot of steps. That could be an hour-long process. Amazon, all I do is I open the app, I type in the book name, I hit buy, and it shows up in 2 days. So 2 days is fine for that time delay. Would 1 day be better? Sure. Would same day be even better? Absolutely. But 2 days is fine, right? Now, let's say Amazon's time delay was 14 days. Let's say it took 14 days for Amazon to ship me a book. Well, at that point, I probably would just go to the bookstore, right? At that point, the value of Amazon is dropping because of the time delay, right? Now, let's talk about effort and sacrifice. So again, what Amazon wants to do, what Uber wants to do, what all these companies want to do is they want to make it as simple as opening an app, press a few buttons, and you get what you want, right? Very little effort, very little sacrifice. Imagine this on the dating thing again. If you're trying to find your dream spouse, compare if you said, I'm going to find you your soulmate. I've done this 5,000 times before, so you don't have to worry. It's going to work for you. And you don't really have to do anything. Just sit there. We're going to send the listings to you on your phone, and you just swipe left, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right, whatever one you want. Compare that to, we're going to find you your soulmate. We're going to find you your dream spouse, and we've done it 5,000 times. But here's the thing. First of all, you're going to have to go back to school, and you're going to have to get an education, a better education. You're going to have to get a better job. Then you're going to have to start going to the gym 4 times a week and start eating healthier, and you're going to have to get in shape, right? And once you do that, after about 6 months to 15 months, then maybe we'll probably be able to find somebody, right? That's a totally different experience. And all of a sudden, the value of the offer, even if they say, I can find you your soulmate, and I have 5,000 other people that I've done this for, because of the fact that it's going to take 12 to 15 months or 6 to 15 months, plus I've got to go to school, I've got to get in shape, I've got to eat better, I've got to get a better job. That is a massive amount of effort and sacrifice that makes this value start to plummet, right? So here's the question that you have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself, what is the way that I can figure out their dream outcome? How can I prove to them that there's a very high how can I make them have a very high perceived likelihood of achievement? Now, I understand you're lawyers. I understand you can't guarantee anything, right? I'm not saying guarantee, but you have to make them believe that their dream outcome is attainable. Otherwise, this part right here will not go in your favor at all, right? And then ask yourself, what can I do to shorten the process, right? I understand there's going to be some things that you can't do, right? But there's surely some things that you can do. There's things you can do to file faster. There's certain things you can do to make sure that the time delay is as minimal as possible. And then effort and sacrifice. Ask yourself, how can I make this process for the client as effortless and as pain-free as possible? Now, again, I understand that there's going to be some things they're going to have to be involved in. But if you can focus on making the dream outcome and the perceived likelihood of achievement as high as possible, and reducing the time delay and reducing as much effort and sacrifice as possible for the client, then what's going to happen is the value of your offer compared to other lawyers in your area, even if you charge more money, is going to go through the roof, and they're going to hire you every single time, right? So that's what it comes down to. These are the 4 factors you really need to focus on if you are trying to sell anything to anyone. In this case, you're a lawyer, you're trying to sell your legal services. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. If you found this video helpful, please share it with a colleague who will also find it useful. And if you want to learn more about any of these subjects, then be sure to check out one of our upcoming events. The link is going to be around this video somewhere. And then I've also got a couple other books that you can check out as well if you want to learn more about growing your law firm. First thing we have is the Andrew Stickle Challenge, 60 days to add 7 figures to your law firm. We've got 5-Star Attorney. This book teaches you how to grow your law firms using 5-star reviews. It teaches you everything you need to know about 5-star reviews specifically for a law firm. And then we've got the classic, How to Get More Law Firm Clients Without Losing Time and Money or Getting Screwed by a Marketing Company. The links to all of these, as well as our upcoming live events, are in the description or in the post ID or somewhere around here. So click the link and make sure to grab them today.